The ripple effects of suicide are vast. They are wide, and they continue past you forever. I want you to think about your brothers and your sisters, your family and your friends, your confidants, your loved ones, your units, your companies, your country. I want you to recognize your value no matter the pain inside your minds. I want you to see there is a way toward hope, but you must speak up about your pain. Your colonel just told you you could talk about it. That means you can. He is the top. We are here today, not just to hear a message of hope, but to be bold after I leave, so that those of you in this epic emotional pain do not remain silent past today. The chaplains are here. Their ears are ready to listen. Your life is with purpose. I nearly died, so please don't let my greatest mistake lead to one of yours. Let it be your greatest lesson. Help me help you stay. I nearly died, and I learned the hard way, so y'all don't have to. When I went over that rail, the millisecond my hands left it and my legs cleared it, it was an instantaneous regret from my actions. Of the 39 Golden Gate Bridge jump survivors, 19 have come forward to say they all had the exact same instant regret that I did. That's of the only 25 that remain alive today. The rest have died of old age. 19, the majority have come forward to say they had the instant regret that I did because they recognized their thoughts did not have to become their actions. Of those 39, and of those 19, 5 of us get the privilege to stand, walk, and run. They call us the most exclusive survivors club in the world. There's a book of the same name by Ben Sherwood. My point is I get to be here. And if I get to be here, I have to travel the world most days out of the year trying to reach all of you. If I can reach one of you, then it's a blessing and a gift. If this message doesn't touch you or your soul, I'm sorry, but I still want to help. I don't come here to Presidio to give you a bunch of rhetoric and leave you with nothing. I am leaving your command with actionable tools to better your brain, mind, behavioral, mental, and spiritual health. Things that are science-based, evidence-informed, and things that are educational, entertaining, humorous, and able to reach you at your core. I'm working with every group I can with my wife, Margaret Hines, and the Kevin and Margaret Hines Foundation. That's not a plug, it's a fact. We are now on the DoD's Task Force for Suicide Prevention. We are finding clever and innovative ways to stop suicide in the military. We need your help to do so. It's about us. There is no us and them, it is we. Together we can stop suicide. Together we will stop suicide in the military. Together we must, right? Because if we don't, we can't keep losing you to your hands because of your brains. It's not just mission first anymore. It's mission and you first. It has to be. Or else how do we do this in the first place? You can't be out there in the field if you can't be right in your minds. If you need that time to take a moment to breathe, we will give it to you. Your lives are too valuable. Your minds matter. You are important. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's for a reason. Repetition is the key to understanding. What is every faith based upon? Recite, repeat, believe. Every single faith in this country, in the world, is about reciting, repeating, and believing. If you recite something enough, you believe it. Well, what has been the problem this country and this world has faced for too long? The negative inner critical mind or voice. The negative inner critical voice tells us that we are useless, worthless, and less than. So we look in the mirror and we self-loathe like I did for years. No more. Now we have to look in the mirror and say, I am perfect just as I am. Come on, I know it's goofy as hell, but do it with me. I am perfect, just as I am. I am powerful. I am a warrior. I am supposed to be here tomorrow and every damn day after that. I got this life on lockdown, and nothing will take me, not even me. If you change the cadence to something that matters about reciting, repeating, believing that you will be here, then you will stay. If you find ways to recite, repeat, and believe to yourself in the mirror that you'll never die by your hands, then you'll stay. I live with chronic thoughts of taking my life. I plan it all the time, but then I stop myself. I take 5 breaths, or 10, or 30. I walk up to someone, anyone, whoever's in front of me, and I say 4 simple but effective words. I need help now. And if I ask you that, what would you do?
I would sit down and ask you what you need. Like, how can I help?
That's perfect. If I asked you that, what would you do?
Get you the help you need.
Get me the help I need. If I asked you that, what would you do?
Whatever I could.
Whatever you could. You see, my friends, we fear asking for help because we fear of giving the burden to the other person. But a pain halved is a pain shared. And if you don't share that pain, you cannot survive it. I made the mistake of going off the Golden Gate Bridge. My little brother doesn't even talk to me anymore because of what I did. And it's been 20 years. That's on me. But I got to live. So every single day I can, I write to him and I tell him I love him. He knows I'm here for him. He knows I got his back on lockdown. I need you to know I got yours. My email is kevin@kevinhinesstory.com. If you need to holler at me after this, I'll be there. That's a promise. I live by a motto. Some of you know it very well. Here I am, send me. That's not a joke. That's not for fun. I mean that. It takes me time to get back to people, but I do. If nobody else says it today, and you go home and you have a hard home life, a difficult past, if you've been in pain for a lot of your life, if you were abused and neglected, if you were not given the tools you need to survive as a kid, and that little kid inside of you is raging, if nobody else says it today, as goofy as it might sound, I love you and I want you to stay. I've been traveling the world for the last 20 years, almost 20 years, working with the military because I care about you. In 2008, I was in Quantico. It was one of the most impactful things I ever did, not from me to them, from them to me. They showed me something that I didn't quite understand before. The power of service, the power of you. We are only the land of the free because of you. I'm grateful eternally for you. I can't do what you do. They wouldn't let me. That's too crazy. All right? But damn it, I believe in you. And hell, I need you. And so does this world. They need a lot more of you. So stay. Before we end today, there is something we have to do together that is more powerful than anything I could have said for this entire time. And we got to do it like we opened together with the moment of silence. We have to close together. If you are physically capable right now, I need you to stand. I recognize some of you have been through a lot. I recognize that training here is very arduous and difficult and painful. I recognize that you've had lives in past that have tormented you, some of you. I recognize that some people in this audience are in a world of pain right now and potentially suicidal. This is for all of them, all of us, all of we. On my 3 count, we are going to yell at the tops of our lungs, like their lives depend on it. Be here tomorrow. And I need to hear you. Be here tomorrow for all those in pain. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was loud and proud, but it needs to be louder and prouder, like their lives depend on it. 1, 2, 3. One more time, like you mean it, and you gotta pierce some eardrums. 1, 2, 3. My new Presidio family, be here tomorrow and every day after that. Your lives are valued. You are worthy. You are important. You do matter. And we love you and we need you to stay. From the bottom of my heart, from my gut, thank you for listening to all my yelling. I appreciate you to the core. Thank you very much.
Please sit, please sit. So what you just received from Kevin is, his experiences. But the important thing I asked you to take it back is he carried that pain alone for 19 years. He still goes through that pain today, but he shares it daily. And because of that, he's stronger, and that's why he's here with us today. So we're gonna wrap up here, and I'll turn you over to your chain of command. But once again, Kevin will stay here as long as any of you want to talk with him. He stayed for 45 minutes before, he stayed for an hour and a half last year. Anyone who wants to talk with him, he is here. The chaplains are here too. And because of Kevin, I admitted this 2 times before, so I'm in behavioral health right now. 15 September 2003, Specialist Alyssa R. Peterson, a DLI graduate in Arabic, committed suicide under my command. I was her company commander in Iraq. In her suicide note, she said the suicide prevention training she'd received had taught her how to kill herself. A week prior to her death, I gave that training. So that is something I deal with every day. So when we talk about suicide, it's personal for me. And that's why I'm so glad Kevin came out here, because he knows firsthand the experience, and he's one of the people who can talk about it. So if you do have an opportunity, I encourage you to stay and talk with him. He will stay here as long as you need. But as he said, I just want to thank you for serving. You came into a nation at a time of war, you volunteered, and you're still here doing it. So thank you for your service, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you very much.